What is up, you party people, you beautiful boys and girls, cats and kittens, badgers and gerbils, all the things, all the stuff. I hope you're having a tremendous Wednesday. I hope you're hanging out, that you're just, enjoying life, that you have peace and perfect peace that has been supplied to us through the grace of the Messiah, Jesus the Christ, Yeshua the Messiah. You know him, you love him, he's awesome. I'm a big fan personally. But with that, this is the Refuge Report, brought to you live by Refuge Medical, the best dang first aid kit company in the world. Heck yeah. Guys, we're so glad that you're here. We have some really big news to talk to you about today. Everything from Zuckerberg and whether he's a good guy now, to Elon Musk. Is he a Nazi? I don't know. Can I say that on the internet? I don't know. We'll figure it out. All the way over to terror attacks. And are they coming to a theater near you? And what's happening in the current American political system? So we're going to discuss all this, the effects that it may have on you from a realistic and rationale place in our mind. And, we're going to hang out. We're going to have a good time. As always, during the Refuge Report, we're trying to do a giveaway today. What's the giveaway, Lauren? What could they win? What's going on?
Every $100 that you spend gets you entered to win either our brand new Liberty Mag Bag.
Gang, gang. Look at that Liberty Mag Bag. So you got $150 value there.
Then you could also win a Refuge training. Bob, tell them all about it.
A Refuge Responder course that's followed right after the Refuge Ruckus. So if you wanted to come to the Refuge Ruckus, you could actually participate in the 10-hour course of the Refuge Responder, going over the March E algorithm with scenario-based training. $550 value. Then we also have some other prizes. We got a Cat Gen 7 tourniquet. That's $35. We've got the EMRA antibiotic guide. It's like a $40 book. This goes over all of the practical applications of antibiotics, what they're used for, which ones work for what, how you can combine medications. A really great little learning material. An Instafire fire starter pack. And then we also have a couple of Oleus modular bandages. So this isn't just an ETD, emergency trauma dressing. This is an ETD, wound packing gauze, and an eye shield, and it also comes with a little occlusive dressing. So this is a modular bandage with a ton of capability. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then the training makes 7 chances to win something today if you get entered in the giveaway. $100 spent gets you entered in to win. You don't have to do a promo code. You don't have anything crazy like that. All you got to do is make a purchase, get you entered in to win. Guys, I want to give a shout out to Refuge for the amazing new kits that we've dropped, okay? We've got the Multicam Alpine gear. This stuff is hotter than an otter without any water. I'm telling you right now, this stuff is clean, okay? It looks good. It is robust. It is durable. It's the real deal Multicam Alpine. A lot of people wanted the Alpine, so we dropped it here in the winter months. You've got the SOB, the coveted Bear Fac, the Op Fac, as well as the Bare Minimum 2.0. This, honestly, just looking at it, is my favorite one. When I look at it, it's just so clean the way that it's presented. Seriously, guys, that's a high-value kit right there.
It really blends.
It really does.
I just want to say,
it does a great job.
It really blends.
Then you've got a boo-boo kit in the Liberty fabric, as well as an adventure kit in the Liberty fabric. So some pretty dang cool prints, if you ask me. So all of those are available now for the limited time. I recommend that you take advantage of it while you have the opportunity, because they're not going to be here forever, just like Multicam Black and M81 and Marpat. If we do a limited run, it is limited, right? And it never fails. Somebody reaches out and they're like, oh man, I really want this fabric, and it's 2 months too late. So take advantage of it now. Seriously, freaking awesome prints. And every $100 that you spend gets you entered in to win. I want to give a shout out to Instagram. Instagram is also here. This is the Refuge Report. We go over the news live. We're doing a live giveaway during the Refuge Report. So every $100 spent gets you entered in to win a free training, $550 value, the mag bag, $150 value, and then we have a bunch of different components and books that are going out to people who spend money today at Refuge. It's just a little reward. It's a little I love you for spending money at Refuge Medical. We love to do the giveaways. People seem to really enjoy them. Plus, it's an incentivized kind of aspect of being here for the live stream. So, with that, I'm going to go to the comment section really quick.
I just gotta say one thing.
Go, send it.
How freaking sweet would you look rolling up this year to 4th of July with your Liberty Adventure kit?
I'm telling you, dude, it would
saving
be...
everybody from the burns.
I'm saying right now, that would put you in first place for 4th of July. You would have all your gear ready, good to go. I mean, this is what the kids wanted. This is what they asked for. So, all you got to do is spend $100. There's no code or anything like that, and you can win all this gear. All right, let's hop in here. Let's look at the comment section, see who's here. What's up, Farm for Truth, Shop Stuff, Blade Smith, Rhonda Holt, Beartron, Joseph, Texas T, Brendan, Psalm 125, Carolyn Food Forest. We got Arlene is here, Jason KD2UD4DR. I bet you that is his ham code right there. I bet, or his GMR. I think that's probably his ham license.
You just like outed him on the internet too.
He outed himself by putting his ham license right there. Tactical Shepherd, Todd Hendricks, Poe Basca, Tango Down. We got Jake. We got Coffee First, then Speak. Jake. Man, we got a lot of good people here. Stephanie Moore is here. Cam Sullivan. The Bat Mom. Bat Mom. Bat Mom. Clean your dishes.
Hey, we had a hello from Instagram. Fighting Foley said, thanks for helping my neighbors in East Tennessee.
Heck yeah, dude. Thanks for helping be a supporting force for us trying to do good in Eastern Tennessee and North Carolina as well. We were out there doing the things, trying to do it to the best of our broken ability. I went out there for a little bit over a week and tried to help the relief efforts from the disaster of Hurricane Helene, showing once again the government is not here to help. They don't care. They're bad. Trust me.
Government.
I got a video from you guys this morning with my order. It really made my week. Heck yeah. Name, address, and call sign are all public record for ham radio. Yep, that's true. It's 100% true. So we're going to dive into the news here. While we're doing the news stream, you can go over to Refuge Medical, make a purchase, $100 or more. That gets you entered in to win the giveaway. All these different medical components. You got Oleus bandages, cat tourniquet, some literature to help you learn. We got fire starters, the mag bag, the new bag, which is pretty dang sick. In the Liberty fabric, as well as a Refuge Responder training course.
Shout out to Stephanie, our first order for the live stream. You were the first entry to win something amazing.
Heck yeah, Stephanie, you have a 100% chance of winning right now. So no big deal. I need a dedicated video from Bob on how to do a Trump impression. A lot of people want it. A lot of people. They've been asking me. They said, Bob, how do you do your Trump impression? I said, I cannot tell you. But I can show you. Golden era, best, believe it. A lot of people. Kamala couldn't do this. Okay, so let's hop into the news, guys. So first thing first, what is up with the hands? What is going on? What was that? Everybody saw it. Everybody's got questions. All the major news media is running stories. Was that a Nazi salute? We saw Elon Musk do a gesture. He grabbed his chest. He put his hand out forward. Was that a Nazi salute? First, let's ask the question, what is a Nazi salute? Okay? So, per the definition on the interwebs, a Nazi salute, also known as the Hitler salute, was a gesture that was used in Nazi Germany as a greeting, performed by extending the right arm upward with a straightened hand, often accompanied by certain phrases that I'm not going to say on the internet because I don't want to get banned forever. It symbolized loyalty to Adolf Hitler and to the Nazi regime, which is bad. Bad news bears. Okay? What's interesting is we can actually see photo and video evidence of other Democratic leaders, Republican leaders doing this same exact gesture. So one would have to ask, let's just look at Elon Musk, look at the setting. Is Elon Musk associated with the Nazi Party, the Socialist Nazi Party? Seemingly, no. He's a capitalist. He hasn't supported big government. If you actually do a little bit of research into Elon Musk, he is of Jewish descendancy. He attended a Hebrew school as a child, right? So you can search this up for yourself. It's open source news. About a year ago, there was a story written on it. Elon Musk, reflecting on his Jewish roots during his childhood in South Africa. The world's richest man who was born in Pretoria shared his experience during the European Jewish Association conference, which he attends. Took place over the weekend. Musk, who is the owner of the X platform, immigrated then to Canada and later to the U.S. as a young adult. Elon Musk has been quoted saying he's Jewish. Last year, Elon Musk courted controversy over permitting anti-Semitic commentary. So not the first time he's been accused of being anti-Semitic. However, the eldest son of Errol and May has made it clear he does not support hate speech. According to The Guardian, Elon visited the Nazi death camp at Auschwitz-Birkenau in Poland on Monday, the 23rd of some month. Following that, he was a guest speaker at the EJA conference where he spoke about his own ties to Judaism. He said, I grew up around a lot of Jewish people. I went to a Hebrew preschool. My name is very Jewish, like super Jewish. I went to Israel when I was 13. I'm certainly checking the box on a lot of things. Most of my friends are Jewish. He added, I'm Jewish, aspirationally Jewish. Elon Musk was born to Errol in 1971 as the eldest of three, including siblings Tosca and Kimball. While Elon was born in a middle-class household, he has been vocal about his unhappy childhood in South Africa. The outspoken businessman went to Waterkloof House Preparatory School. He later attended Pretoria Boys High School, which is known for being a prestigious public school. He once tweeted, I left South Africa by myself when I was 17 with just a backpack and a suitcase of books. Elon also described South Africa as a violent place. This is after enduring bullying during his high school years. He added in another tweet, I've been in a real hardcore street fights. I've gotten beaten up very badly by a few of them. None of this is very relevant. But he has great ties to the Jewish community, as do a lot of politicians. It's interesting.
On the screen.
On the screen.
You probably don't have it yet, but the ADL came out and said that it seems that Elon Musk made an awkward gesture in a moment of enthusiasm, not a Nazi salute. The Anti-Defamation League wrote Monday in a statement on Musk's own social media platform X, referring to Musk's outstretched arm movement that came as he was thanking his supporters. So even the Anti-Defamation League are saying, like, hey, everybody, let's take a freaking break here. That's not what that was.
Yeah, I think it's very dangerous to just jump to conclusions about this, as well as you guys can see multiple different photos and videos of other politicians making similar gestures, right? So don't get sucked in to the media as it's trying to portray one thing as this and cause division or anything like that. Let's not get weird, okay? But rather let's focus in, let's pay attention what was actually said, what was the content there, and let's not, get too wrapped around the axles, okay?
TJ said, please don't imitate it.
But yeah, please don't.
Please don't.
No, I'm not gonna do it.
No.
Nice try, YouTube. You're gonna try to get me sucked in. I'm also not gonna say the words. Okay? I'm not getting banned. You can't ban me. Just go on an Alex Jones rant right there. But what do you guys think? Do you think it was a Nazi salute? Do you think that it was open support of the Nazi party? And you're more than entitled to your own opinion. So let us know in the comment section below. I am very curious as to hear what the good people of Refuge Nation think, both on YouTube and on Instagram. Somebody said it was from his heart, passing out his love. Let everyone take into account he says his heart goes out to everyone, but they cut that part out of the clip. Objectively, yes, World War II experts, Nazi historians, anyone with eyes can see it. Calling Nazis communist is goofy AF. Nades and Blades says ADL also defends Israel and genocide. Everything into account, they cut the clip short. He specifically says his heart goes out to everyone. Yeah, it's definitely an interesting gesture, nonetheless. It is definitely an interesting gesture. Probably not the best to do on the world stage. One could say that for sure. Somebody said Elon's gesture was completely autistic AF. I mean, it was definitely awkward. It was definitely awkward. We will never know the truth unless he tells us. That's a good word, Batmom. It was an autistic stem. Okay? He was just stemming. His hand was way off angle for that. It was not a bad salute. It was love for his country. Maybe. I don't know. Many live streams do giveaways this often. I don't know what that is reference to. Elon being Elon, brilliant guy who is awkward at times. Team Creamy will conquer. Creamy is the true peanut butter. So we got a different war going on in the chat right now.
We're like, I don't really care about that.
Can we all agree he's just a weird dude? Yeah, we could definitely agree that Elon Musk is a weird dude.
Yeah. Did you see that one where he's like standing there and then all of a sudden he just like looks up and they're like, he just rebooted?
Yeah, dude. It honestly looked like he was rebooting. Like maybe he received a download, something like that. Elon Musk already has the Neuralink. He's been public saying that he'd be the first one to receive it. Never forget that guy said there will be a time where everyone has a Neuralink.
If he's just like scrolling Google behind his eyeballs.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Nonetheless, guys, this is obviously going to be furthering the political division, right? So don't play into that. Reject the divisive man after the first or second warning. Let's focus on unity and unification, bringing the gospel to new people, and saving lives while we're in service to the Most High's kingdom, right? This is why we do what we do. Heck, the CEO himself was out there yesterday at a funeral, rendering aid, pulling people out of a car wreck, just living the mission statement out. And you guys can do that exact same things. You have the capability of being the hero in your own story. It takes a little bit of training, a little bit of preparedness, and having your gear on you, and it gives you so much more, capability and confidence in yourself to affect good in this world, right? It really does make the difference. Not very fantastic about politicians or people. I'm concerned that Trump wanted to do the AI thing, and this is a question, isn't that something to the preemptive mark of the beast? Maybe, I don't know.
David G, if you're in the chat, can you please just say you're here because you ordered 2 minutes before 1. And I don't know if you did it for the giveaway or not, but I'd like to include you if you did. David G.
Yeah. Alright. Elon is like an anti-hero, not a bad guy really, but not always doing savory things either. Sits in that weird gray space of likable. I would agree. I would agree with that. He is an anti-hero would probably be a good descriptor of that, okay? Most definitely. Guys, so we got 138 people here right now just on YouTube. With that, for any of you who have hopped in the stream during the first report being about Elon Musk's hands gestures through this last week, we are doing a giveaway. So we love to do giveaways here on the stream. The reason we do it is to just reward you guys for being here on the stream. We like to get Refuge Nation more gear, more capability, more information. So we do have 7 different things that we're giving away. We've got a cat tourniquet. We've got the EMRA antibiotic guide. This is an amazing little piece of kit right here. This goes through all of the different antibiotics that are available, what they're used for, how they're used. Dude, this is some really good reading right here. We got not just 1, but 2 Oleus bandages. So it's an ETD, wound packing gauze, an eye shield, as well as an occlusive dressing, all inside of this one modular bandage. Pretty dang awesome. You've got the InstaFire fire starter. Okay, so I mean, honestly, I have started a fire in a downpour, a legitimate downpour with this fire starter. It is the bee's knees. And it's made in America. You've got the mag bag in the Liberty fabric. This is pretty dang sick right here. So it'll come with the bike straps, and then it also comes with the waistband right here. It's an amazing EDC bag. You can put your medical gear in there. You can put your Second Amendment device. You can put your phone, your wallet, your keys. Whatever. Peanut butter, it fits. Ask me how I know. And then with that, you also have an entry into the Refuge Responder right after the Refuge Ruckus, upcoming here in May. So,
and every order over $100 already gets the bleeding prevention webinar for free.
Yeah, so everybody's a winner that orders today. Every order over $100 gets the bleeding prevention webinar, so you've already won, right? It's pretty dang awesome. Just place an order and got the free webinar automatically. Heck yeah, AOE. That's right, because we're out here loving you. It has to be $100 spent in the live. Yes, in the live stream. That's the rule. Usually we'll give you a 5-minute grace period, not on the end because we do the drawing here live with you. But if you ordered like, oh man, it was 5 minutes ago and I just placed my order, we'll give it to you. And it's every $100 spent, So if you go out and you get the Liberty Adventure Kit, that's 5 entries right there. That's pretty freaking awesome. So yeah.
Oh, wow.
What is all this history of Elon Musk about? Some is not accurate being said. Hey man, I'm just reading what's open source information, right? So Elon Musk grew up with Jewish roots. That is accurate. It's the information that's been presented. He grew up in South Africa. He went to Hebrew root school as a small child. He has ties to the Jewish community. He spoke at the European Jewish Alliance Association or whatever it was. So not necessarily Nazi behavior. But, I mean, hey, anything's possible in this crazy world. Heck yeah, Alicia, that's awesome. Are there pockets inside the mag bag, or is it just an open space? That's a great question. There are pockets inside the mag bag. Boom, boom. So there's a big pocket on the front side, and then there's two smaller pockets on the back side. Right? So a little bit of organization capability there. A little bit of organization. I thought Elon Musk had Asperger's, and not autism. I don't know what he's got.
It's still on the spectrum, either way. Then there's Mike over there, just on the spectrum.
Boo, 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 boo. That's old DSM nomenclature. It's all spectrum, yeah. It's all a spectrum. Everything's
who's not on the spectrum?
I can't say that answer on the internet. All right, so we made it through the Elon Musk story. Let's go ahead and go into the next one. Let's talk about the golden age of America, man. So Trump made a statement that we are entering into the golden age of America, which is honestly a really cool statement to make. What does it mean? How is this golden age going to be solidified? Is this economically? The Economist just 20 hours ago wrote that, America really could enter into a golden age. Donald Trump would need to build on its strengths and subdue his own weaknesses, but maybe you're in the habit of applying a hefty discount to claims made by Donald Trump. No one could blame you, but he really does have a chance to lead America into a golden age, as he proclaimed in his second inaugural address. The Economist writes that historic circumstances, political dynamics, and his own audacity could also enable him to achieve the legacy he wants as a peacemaker and a unifier. His party has fallen into lockstep. His adversaries at home are confounded and exonerated, and America's opponents abroad are preoccupied with their own troubles. Mr. Trump has battled for 10 years against anyone he perceived to have crossed him, and now his most formidable adversary will be himself. So a very interesting statement by The Economist. The Economist puts him at odds with himself, says that no one else can get in front of him, that this golden age is definitely possible. He's got the party, he's got the support from not just the Senate, but also in the Supreme Court, and he really could do it. It's definitely interesting. So let's read something a little bit different than The Economist and what NBC is writing. NBC, obviously more of a left-leaning news source. President Donald Trump declared Monday that the golden age of America begins right now and vowed that the nation's challenges would be annihilated by his MAGA movement in a bare-knuckled inaugural address that echoed the themes of grievances of his trademark rally speeches. Trump, in a relatively sedate and focused style, spoke for nearly 40 minutes in the Capitol Rotunda after he was sworn in as the United States' 47th president. In a second set of freestyle remarks in the Capitol's Emancipation Hall, Trump attacked political adversaries, called the 2020 election totally rigged, and blamed former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi for his supporters attacking the building on January 6th in a futile effort to overturn the 2020 election. In the evening, at a rally in Washington's Capital One Arena, Trump went further in assailing Democrats and praising January 6 hostages who were convicted at trial. Trump joined Glover Cleveland as the only men to lose the presidency and then reclaim it. He took the oath of office and delivered his inaugural address indoors because of sub-freezing temperatures in Washington. Trump spoke from the perspective of a man on a mission of destiny after surviving a would-be assassin's bullet this summer at a Pennsylvania rally. "I was saved by God to make America great again," Trump said, adding that he wants to be a peacemaker and a unifier. But he also spoke in the second speech from the perspective of a man still hung up on past grievances, from his election loss to investigations into the January 6th riot. After 4 years in office and 4 years seeking a comeback, his aides say Trump has a much better feel for the levers of power than he did when he was first inaugurated in 2017. Paired with a sweeping set of executive orders he planned to issue Monday, the first remarks of Trump's second presidency signaled that he intends to test the limits of presidential power in aggressively pursuing this agenda. But Trump also set the high bar in piling up promises that may be hard to fulfill. I would declare a national emergency at our southern border. An illegal entry will immediately be halted, and we will begin the process of returning millions and millions of criminal aliens back to the places from which they came. We'll talk about that here shortly. Trump used such emergency authority in his first term to try to use military funds to build the border wall, a move that was frozen by the federal courts. Trump also said that he would declare Mexican drug cartels foreign terrorist organization and rename the Gulf of Mexico, which I believe he wants to name the Gulf of America. He has already declared the drug cartels terror organizations. That happened day one. He signed an executive order doing so, which opens up a new line of funding, as well as different authorizations for military action against the drug cartels, which is something that a lot of people have asked for a long time. It is a large epidemic, the fentanyl epidemic that's hit in the United States, and how it's affected the everyday American, how it's affected the economy, and how it's affected just kind of our rule of order and rule of law here in the country. The fact that he declared them terror organizations, I personally agree with. He promised to temper inflation in part by declaring a national energy emergency, promoting drilling for fossil fuels, and reversing Biden-era policies aimed at reducing climate change. The small crowd inside the rotunda, numbering about 500 people, included corporate leaders such as Elon Musk, who poured millions of dollars into helping elect Trump and who has become a key advisor to the president. And Trump nodded to his new counselor. We will pursue our manifest destiny into the stars by launching American astronauts to plant the stars and stripes on the planet Mars, Trump said. Beaming and holding up two thumbs, Musk, the wealthiest man in the world, shouted, "Yeah." Yeah.
We're gonna go to Mars.
We're
sure.
gonna definitely go to Mars. He also pledged to undertake territorial expansion closer to home, casting his eyes on the Panama Canal. Trump also spoke in front of the other four former living presidents, Joe Biden, Barack Obama, George W. Bush, and Bill Clinton, as well as all 9 Supreme Court justices, members of his family, and lawmakers. Biden's presence reinstated the tradition of the departing president attending the successor's inauguration after Trump skipped Biden's swearing in 4 years ago. Earlier in the day, Biden and outgoing First Lady Jill Biden welcomed Trump and First Lady Melania Trump to the White House for tea, reviving another ritual that was ignored 4 years ago. And in a sign of two-way camaraderie, Trump family members applauded Biden and outgoing Vice President Kamala Harris when they entered the rotunda Monday. But the past president seldom applauded, as Trump portrayed himself as the savior of a country in decline. In the United States of America, as we gather today, our government confronts a crisis of trust, he said. For many years, a radical and corrupt establishment has extracted power and wealth from our citizens, while the pillars of our society lay broken and seemingly in complete disrepair. Well, I mean, that's not necessarily false. On the same day Biden issued pardons to his own family members as well as to Anthony Fauci, Trump reiterated the view that his 4 criminal indictments and convictions on set of the charges resulted from persecution by the departing president rather than his own actions. The scales of justice will be rebalanced, Trump said. Oof, gosh. So we have this big, glorious speech that's done in the rotunda inside the Capitol building. We see all of these leaders inside of the United States political system, both past and present, gathering together, a new unity forming for the united people of America. What say you, the average American? Are we stepping into the golden age? Knowing that the golden age has been referred to time and time again, whether it was Greece or Rome or even inside of the Islamic culture, we've seen this golden age phrase used and used and used. And usually what happens is a time of prosperity, followed by large-scale disarray and war. But maybe this time it's a little bit different. I am curious to hear what you guys have to say. So let's go to the comment section.
Hey, really quick, what is it? Pobasca, they're in Florida and they're experiencing snow. So it's 35 degrees in their house right now. They think that they are gonna be pulling some dead people, frozen people, out of their homes because their houses aren't built for keeping you warm.
Yeah, right, 100%.
It's like Texas, a few years ago when we had that ice apocalypse in Texas.
Well, I think this is the importance of having preparedness items for whatever may come, right? So I don't necessarily prepare for huge ice storms and snowstorms here in Oklahoma. However, I do have some equipment in case that happens. Having some extra spare heaters, having extra wool blankets, some ready heat panels, stuff like that really can make the difference because it's going to be for short bursts, right? It's not going to be extended for weeks on end. And so with that, having the gear on hand to be able to, keep the house warm, keep your family warm, even especially if your power goes out or anything like that, really does make a difference. I'm sure not many people there have fireplaces or anything in that regard.
Yeah, that'd be weird.
Yeah, I'm sure it would. I'm sure like maybe the really wealthy have fireplaces if they just wanted to have a fireplace. But all the same, you can still have some extra space heaters or, some extra kerosene heaters, having extra wool blankets. All this different type of gear adds up and compounds to give you more capability inside of a cold weather event or a winter storm, whatever it may be. And it unfortunately is most likely realistic that that's going to happen, that somebody will succumb to the cold weather. Hypothermia is very dangerous. It's easily preventable. That's the thing, is it is actually easily preventable. So I would, if you don't have that gear already, it's not going to help you right now, right? We're not going to be able to get it to you in 5 minutes. But I would definitely look into your preparedness there, learn from this occurrence, and get the gear that you need, right?
That's awesome. If I typed my opinion of current issues on YouTube, would get me banned. They'd get banned, basically. They can't say their opinions on YouTube.
What was that?
Said if typing my opinion of current issues on YouTube would get me banned.
Yeah, I mean, that's the case for a lot of people all the time.
I'm not saying that the weather in Florida isn't natural, okay? But, however, we have seen a lot of really weird weather occurrences in just the last couple of years. And it's no longer a conspiracy theory that they see the sky. Like, it's not. We have states banning it. It's not a conspiracy theory anymore. So we're manipulating things that were not meant to be that way. So who knows? Anybody seen Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs? Okay.
Right.
Doesn't end well. Just saying.
Yeah. Guys, like, we have to remember that the Most High God is sovereign, right? Like, He's sovereign over all things, and so we're not to get into the fear-mongering. We're not to, get sucked into that. Our job as believers is to be a force of good in this world, and part of that comes with self-preparation, self-capability, so that way you can help the people around you to do some force multiplication. It's not just me now, it's me and my bros. We're going to go out and we're going to help people, right? And so sometimes that takes gear, sometimes that takes knowledge. It really does depend. You're not going to stop them from spraying the sky. You're not. It's just not possible. You don't have that capability. However, what you can do is prepare for the effects that are caused from that, right? So if they are doing some sort of weather manipulation or anything like that, cool, man, that's awesome. We're going to be prepared for that, and it's honestly the world we live in, right? We have proof doctrine on it. It sucks. It's not super cool, but it is what it is. So we just got to move forward and, not allow that stuff to get to us. I'm in Pensacola Polo for the first time I've ever seen it. Foot of snow on the ground and it's stick. I've got all of that. The problem is it's going down to single digit temperature interstate in a town that has not seen it before, at least not sustain it. It's not supposed to warm back up enough to even melt the snow until Saturday or Sunday. Yeah, and so you're going to see road graders instead of plow trucks trying to go out to push that snow. It will subside, as a guy who's lived in Chicago, as a guy who's lived in now Oklahoma we just had a foot of snow in Oklahoma. It never gets that.
And it was like
county shut
snow.
Yeah, and the county shut down for a couple days. That happens. It is what it is. EMS slows down if they can move at all. But there's going to be a lot of good people, city workers. They're gonna reach out to other places that know what to do. They're going to seek good advice, and they're going to do the best they can with what they got. The real question is can you check on your neighbors now? Do you have a shovel to where you can shovel a path to your neighbors? Make sure the people around you are okay. If you have all that gear and that capability, how can you be a source and a force for good right now around you, rather than focusing on, oh my gosh, all this stuff is happening, it's never happened before? Yeah, there's a first time for everything for everyone, right? And so, me personally, I've lived through more snowstorms than I know how to count. All of them go away. Snow always melts, right? I don't think it's the new ice age. I think you guys will be okay. I really do. I have faith that Florida will persevere, and you guys will make it through this.
Well, I had one that my dispatcher friend told me they can't believe the number of people who don't know how to turn off their water when the pipes freeze.
Yep, 100%. 100%, and sub-freezing temperatures, right, for a Floridian is a really crazy thing. But know that there's literally a large-scale population of people that deal with this. And it's totally doable, right? We saw what happened in Texas when Texas got that huge freeze and they took all that burden to their power grid. A lot of people worked really hard to make sure that the power didn't go out for a longer period of time. A lot of people worked to make sure that their community was okay. And Pobaska, you can do it, man. I just want to reiterate the fact that you have the capability. This is the day the Lord has made. You're not struggling with a problem that is not common to man. And with that, just have faith, muster up your strength and persevere through it. And if you need anything or you need advice or anything, call us, man. We're always a resource for people for whatever. If we have information, we'll share it. If not, we'll work to find you where to get that information. That's our thing, is we want to help save lives. That's our jam. I'm in northern Alabama, and they have literally been warning of the low temps and snow, wintry weather coming for South Alabama, Louisiana, and Florida for probably 7 to 10 days at least. Yep, they tried to give a good warning. They definitely tried to give a good warning. I'm not scared if I freeze. That just means I get to go home early. Yeah, I would just say I don't think you're gonna freeze to death. If you have the tools to stay warm, I think you'll be okay.
Well, Alaskan Lifestyle on Instagram said some weird weather. It's been warm in Alaska all winter. It's currently 39 degrees.
Yeah.
Which is warm for them. We're like, oh, that's cold.
Yeah. Right now in Chicago, it's like -7. Right? So, and people are going to go to work. It's all normal. They're used to that environment, so it's a little bit different, right? You have a learning curve here, but you're going to be okay.
Joseph Benson. If you purchase a webinar, can you rewatch it? Once we get income tax, was going to have our kids watch them a few times. So the way that it works right now, for the month of January, you get the digital download version. But once January is over, we'll start scheduling our live webinar again, and that one will be available for 24 to 48 hours. It just depends on what's going on that month. That's what we've got in the books for right now.
Yep. Yeah, 100%. We got a heat wave where I am and are not in the negatives. Oh, well, praise Yah. That's awesome. It was warm today, 12 degrees. Guys, I want to remind you before we hop into the next news story here, past the golden era, that for anybody who just popped in or is new to the stream, we do have the giveaway going on right now. Every $100 gets you entered in to win. What are you going to win? Great question, Bob. Thanks, Bob. You're welcome, Bob. You can win the mag bag in the Liberty fabric right here. This is an awesome little piece of kit. You can carry it with you every single day. You can use it to carry your sidearm. You can use it to carry your phone, your keys, your wallet, medical gear, you name it, that it'll fit in there. It's got a couple pockets for organization. We have a cat tourniquet, little fire starter here, a couple of Oleus bandages, which is a pretty dang nifty piece of gear right there. As well as some informational content. So you have the EMRA antibiotic guide, teaches you what antibiotics are what, how it pairs together with different symptomology. Pretty sweet little book on pharmacology there. As well as you have a refuge responder training. So the one that's directly after the ruckus. You can come on down for the ruckus, and then you can take part in the refuge responder, which is a super duper cool event. I'm excited for. You guys will really enjoy it for sure. So $100 gets you entered in every $100 you spend. So if you grab, an adventure kit, you get 5 entries versus, if you grab, maybe something a little bit smaller like a BPK A and a BPK Advanced, you're going to get 1 entry. But every $100 gets you entered in to win.
Okay, 2 things. Before I go to the next story, I have the Employee of the Week segment that I'd like to play. Before that, though, we have a question from Red Shepherd. How well does the ankle kit fit inside 10-inch slip-on work boots?
10-inch slip-on work boots. It doesn't fit on the inside. It would fit on the outside.
Dudley, who has a huge leg.
Dudley has a huge leg and wears cowboy boots, and he wears it on the outside with boot-cut jeans, and he pulls it over, and it works just fine. So hopefully that gives you context. I love the ankle kit. I rock it every single day. I have it on right now. It's extremely comfortable. It's a wonderful little piece of kit. I'll even show it to you. Give the people what they want, Bob. Show some leg.
SOE Inspector 8, you can sign up for the Refuge Responder at the Ruckus. He will be flying in at the last minute.
So we got the ankle kit right here. You've got chest seals, gauze, and gloves. You got a tourniquet. I added the shears. It doesn't come with the shears, but you can grab a pair and add it, no problem. As well as you have wound packing gauze, an S-mark bandage, some duct tape right there. So a blowout kit that exists on your ankle. You can deal with a massive bleed really easily. You can also just render some everyday, medicine. Somebody got a boo-boo or something like that. And then also you have some chest seals for maybe a puncture to the pleural space. It's a really wonderful piece of kit. Ton of capability right there. Definitely recommend that. It's becoming really popular with your EDC people. Everybody who carries a gun every day, they want to be low vis. It's really taken off because it's not very obtrusive. It's not very large. I forget it's there all the time. So it's awesome.
We had a couple of things. We had someone say that they got their plates for their RPC today. Freaking sweet, the Refuge Plate Courier. We had somebody ask earlier, would we ever get into producing plates?
No.
But we do have companies we like, right?
Yeah. So TAC 11, Hesco, those are both really good companies that make great armor.
Let's see. Okay, so Ben Valley wears his ankle kit on the outside of his cowboy boats. I know you meant boots, but the boats was funny. Okay.
Daniel Saxon.
He bought a second one. He loved it so much.
Yeah. Daniel Saxon said, just got my ankle kit and stink and love it. Wrote name, allergies, blood type, and ice contact on it, and Sharpie 2. Highly recommend. Ice in case of emergency, in case you didn't know. Brandon said, definitely my favorite kit. I did not like ankle kits. I'm telling you. Me and TJ both were talking about it.
We're talking trash.
We're trying to, trash. And it took a lot of different prototypes. We worked with Cody to make that. And went back and forth, and TJ came up with a great idea for that kit. It was freaking super successful. And man, is it comfortable. It's really, really good.
Are we ready to see who the Employee of the Week is?
Yeah, absolutely. We got one more question. Need opinion, best item for older kids. Have wound care bucket and have done the training, which is fantastic. Main concern is bleeding and sling type material. So for the kids, honestly, I would recommend something like a Bearman 2.0 if you got older kids, because you have that massive bleeding. You also have some boo-boo capability. There's a triangle bandage in there. You can make a sling. You have the tourniquet on the outside, so it's easily accessible. You can get it in different colors, whether it's purple or the alpine or, whatever have you. And it's small. It fits inside of a backpack, fits inside of a car. And you still get a ton of capability right there. So I would recommend the Bearman 2.0. That's a gangster first aid kit. It really, really is. SOB versus OpFac for fighting belt. OpFac for me personally.
Oh yeah.
It depends on what you're doing. SOB is a little bit smaller. OpFac has more capability. I like on the OpFac you can run a tourniquet on top and a tourniquet on bottom, as well as you have the ability to run some chem lights for identification, decompression needle, and a Sharpie right there. And it's slick, man. You can pull it out either side. Really, really quick deploy. Easy to put it back into. So I would recommend the OpFac for sure. All right, let's get into this Employee of the Month here.
Are we ready, guys?
Let's do it.
This is a new way we're going to do it. Every week there will be a little video introducing the person. Here we go. All right, Refuge Nation. Guess what? Today, our Employee of the Week is Miss Brenda, who is over here. Say hi to the people.
Hi to the people.
She doesn't like being on the camera very much, but she's amazing at what she does. What are you doing right now?
I'm making Narcan bags.
Ooh, so the belt kit, right?
Yes.
What is your favorite kit to sew?
I kind of like to sew all of them.
Yeah, well,
have
we're happy that you do.
Yeah. Well, you know, if they're going for a good cause, once they go out the door, they could save a lot.
That's right.
So,
How long have you been sewing kits for Refuge?
a little over 3 years.
That's amazing. So guys, today, every star that we get in Refuge Reviews gets Brenda money. All right? Brenda gets money for your review. So bye, Brenda.
Bye.
So that's Brenda there. She is an awesome part of our team. So for every every star that you leave Brenda, so you leave her a 1 star, she gets $1. You leave her a 5 star, she gets a $5 bill from the company. And it's just a way to reward our companies through the review process. You know, it lets you guys decide who gets to be rewarded inside of the company, which is really, really cool. So go ahead and go over to the Google, and you can leave a review for Brenda. Leave a review for Brenda. For every star she gets $1, which is pretty dang awesome.
She makes kits freaking amazing.
Yeah,
Like,
she does a lot of T&E for us too.
Yes,
So
she does the
she does a lot of
research and
R&D, a
development,
lot
all
of
that,
T&E,
yeah.
or not T&E, a lot of R&D for us. iFact 2.0 is awesome. I rock that in a slick all the time. Heck yeah, I love the Bearman 2.0. It is great.
Guys, when you leave a review, if you could go to Google Maps, okay, it's great if you want to do both, extra points, but go to Google Maps, find Refuge Medical and Training, and leave your review there, okay? Because that helps us reach more people who don't know about us, who
Yep.
don't know about the first aid stuff that we offer and the training.
Yeah, it's we're just, you gotta beat these algorithms. The internet robots hate us, man, but that's okay. That's all right. We're not gonna let them get us down. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep pushing, right? All right. Our next news story. We've got major ammunition bust made in Arizona. So a lot of people have been concerned. We've seen different podcasters and different whistleblowers talk about impending terror attacks from alarming groups that have entered the country illegally. Just this week in Arizona, the Cochise County Sheriff's Office made a major ammunition bust. Nearly 30,000 rounds of 5.56 ammunition was seized, right, in mid-January, right, according to the Cochise County Sheriff's Office. The ammunition was seized from 2 cars that were headed east on I-10 from the Phoenix area. Very interesting, heading east. The bust, according to officials, was made as part of a multi-agency effort. These people were arrested. It took a lot of work. Per a statement made, the bust involved 2 cars that were headed east on Interstate 10 from the Phoenix area. What we know, according to the statement, crews seized 10,000 rounds of 50 caliber ammunition.
That is so crazy.
That is insane. 10,000 rounds of 50 cal. That is actually like a red flag to me. That is concerning. Okay, 50 cal. That is like anti-vehicle munition right there. That is not just like, oh, we're gonna do a terror attack. That is it's going down. And then the other, I actually misspoke. It wasn't 5.56. It was 7.62 by 39. So your standard AK platform ammunition. 19,000 rounds, 640 was found of that. Officials identified the people in the vehicles as 3 asylum seekers. One of which was out of Cuba and an American citizen out of Texas. The vehicle containing the 7.62 by 39 ammunition was interdicted by the Pinal County Sheriff's Office. Still, the second vehicle containing the 50 caliber ammunition was located by CNTA investigators at a Motel 6 in Benson. One thing is for sure, that U.S. ammunition is massively sought and as a commodity in Mexico. It is priceless. A returned ATF special agent in charge who is currently a faculty member at Arizona State University. Zapper said the bus have the hallmarks of the cartels. There's a couple of things that are very interesting about this. The way that it was being transported. It wasn't concealed from the photographs or arrest. It was blatantly just stored in an SUV, which indicates to me that they probably had the crossing into Mexico completely arranged. So these guys are saying that it was headed back into Mexico. Personally, I think that they would have maybe traveled a different way. But this plays into the deeper rhetoric that there may be a terror attack inbound from the Borderland Beat. An RPG was just being smuggled in and was just caught. An RPG-7 as well as 2 rocket-propelled grenades was caught at the border and seized by officials there. So we have U.S. Customs and Border Patrol seizing RPGs, as well as we have thousands upon thousands of rounds of ammunition being seized at the border. We have to remember that over 7,000 firearms have been seized in 2024 alone at the border, trying to be either brought in or brought out. Massive arms smuggling is happening right now, as well as, you have so many illegal parties that are here, whether it be from Mexico or Cuba, like those individuals, whether it be from the Middle East. We have a lot of different parties and groups and vested interests. We've already seen different individuals participate in crime, right? Look at what happened on New Year's Eve with the terror attack that happened with an ISIS flag that was flying. Yes, that was an American citizen, but they were still radicalized by the ISIS propaganda. So how much more so the individuals that are here illegally, right, that support that type of rhetoric? I mean, it's very interesting. Matt Bear brought up a great point. It's almost like someone is trying to outfit an army. Yeah, almost. That's crazy. That's nuts, man. Paladin, it sounds like a good range day. Yeah. 50 caliber is a lot of damage. That is a lot of damage. RPG 50 cal 7.62. No worries. Nothing to see here. Yeah, nothing to be concerned about. You shouldn't have first aid gear. You shouldn't have medical training. You shouldn't have more capability. This isn't going to be important. I promise. Just watch the football game, man. Just hang out. It's the golden age of America.
Wait, is football still going?
Is football still going?
Super Bowl?
Yeah, I think the Super Bowl's coming.
Coming up, right?
I don't know.
I'm pretty disconnected from the football world.
I don't know. Which Coliseum are they playing in?
Wait, isn't it New Orleans? Or was that the Sugar Bowl?
That's the Sugar Bowl, which is
Okay.
different than the Super Bowl, which is not the same as the Orange Bowl
Or the Rose Bowl.
or the Rose Bowl. A lot of bowls.
A lot of bowls.
A lot of bowls.
What's with all the bowls?
Man, that's crazy. Anyways, things that actually matter. This is why we are so passionate about giving people capability, because the world is such a crazy place. We've watched what happened in Ukraine. We watched what happened in Israel and Palestine. We watched what happened, here in the United States in 2020. Individuals need first aid gear. You need capability and training on how to use it. We take this super seriously because it actually could be life and death. And we care about you. We have a vested interest in our fellow man. That is the purpose of Christ, is to be invested in one another so that you would know him and do good in this world through him. Right? It's very interesting. ATB Hill says the cartel is stocking up. Definitely possible.
So one thing, and we just had a discussion about this yesterday, was that hard times make for strong men.
Yep.
And good times make for weak men. And I think there's a lot of people that think and are relying on, we're going into
Good times.
good times.
We're good now.
I can put my guard down. And I'm not saying you should be in fear, because you should never be in fear, right? Because you put your eyes on the Father, on Yeshua, you focus on that. You don't be in fear. However, you also don't need to just be like head in the sand like, oh, it's fine. I don't need to carry my gear anymore. I don't need to watch out for any bad folks because they're all going to get deported.
That's a bold move, Cotton.
I mean, yesterday the CEO of this company rendered aid by pulling people out of an SUV that had gotten hit by a semi.
Yeah, and that's the thing, guys, is it's not always this big crazy thing. Sometimes it's just there's a semi that's like, veered off a little bit and got into a car accident. You drive 3,000-pound missiles that travel at 60 miles per hour every single day next to Becky, who's texting or Snapchatting or red noting or TikToking.
That is like such a thing.
It is incredibly real.
When I
You
drive, I think of
probably
that crap.
text and drive every day. You probably do. Or check something or call someone or something, right?
Or try to put a song on.
Or try to put a song
Pull the
on.
map, like,
And it's just a deer running out in front of you. This stuff is so practical to your everyday application that it really doesn't need to be some big extravagant thing. The reality is the number one preventable cause for death is massive bleeding. Most of the time caused by our own stupidity, all right? Or lack of control in a certain circumstance, right? And it is so easy, guys. It is so easy for you to carry this gear and to know how to use it.
Yeah, we literally make it so easy.
I am trying to convince you to learn CPR, right? It is basic human being stuff. You understand anatomy. You have these giant garden hoses that run through your body. They carry fluid that transports oxygen and heat. You need oxygen and heat to stay alive. The garden hoses are fragile. They can be cut, they can be ripped, they can be torn. Why do we have to work to convince you to carry this stuff? And then, a lot of times, this is what happens, and it blows my mind. This blows my mind. We'll advocate enough for first aid gear, and you go, you know what? It is dangerous. I do need first aid gear. And you'll go order Chinese knockoff first aid gear because it's $50 cheaper.
Not even 50 sometimes.
It's like $10.
Sometimes, yeah, it's like,
$5 cheaper.
Oh, I got the tourniquet though for $10 off. Yeah, but you know what's gonna happen? Second turn, snap, it's broken. Garden hose still running.
Guys, last night I took fake tourniquets off of law enforcement officers. Last night, the guys who show up that you call during an emergency have fake gear. How important is it for you to have the real thing? And the struggle is there are individuals that will just have to see it. They will have to experience the loss for it to connect in their brain. And that is a unfortunate fate. And I am sorry that I am a little bit perturbed about this fact, but it comes from a place of deep care for you. I'm sorry, I want you alive. I'm not even shilling for our products in this. I'm shilling for the legitimacy of your gear and you having it on you. Wherever you decide to buy it. I don't care, but you need to have it. Because it doesn't matter if it's a car accident, or you want to know a crazy one? This happens a lot too. Dog bites. Dog bites. Dogs tear people up.
Yeah.
Or, you know what? Here's another one. We've had 2 lives saved because of this. Kitchen knives.
Oh, yeah.
Damn kitchen
I
knives.
freaking hate knives, man.
They drop they drop it on their foot, or they slice themselves accidentally, right? Justin Winch, in 2022, over 40,000 people died from motor vehicle accidents. That is more than 100 people a day. You are spot on. Dude, I love you, and I don't want you to succumb to an injury that is definitely fixable, right? Like, all of this stuff is easily preventable. Literally carry this, right? Or this. It's smaller, right? And you guys are like, oh, that's too big. It's okay. Oh, I want something more stylish. Okay, cool. Oh, I want something more affordable. Like, or I want something, a little bit smaller for my diaper bag. Oh, I want something bigger with more everyday capability. And we work our butts off to give you guys this capability, so that way you have what you want to carry this gear. And, I don't know another way to advocate for it, right?
Oh, you know what? I just thought about too. Spring break is going to be here before we know it. Please, if you're traveling, please put things in your car.
Yeah.
Please take things with you. You can carry a lot of things with you on the plane. Ask me how I know. Because Britt, every time, is like, look at me at the airport. Look at me with my med gear. Please carry your stuff with you on spring break.
Yeah, my thing is, so Joseph said it great. Anyone who has kids should already consider these things. That's what kicked me in gear. Hey, guys, that's the thing, is like, if you have children, why would you not? And the problem is I bet a lot of you guys have guns. I bet.
Yeah, that's
I bet a lot of you guys
terrifying.
have guns. And we fantasize in our own head. We're going to get into this self-defense. I just need, in case.
It's not like the movies.
In case. I'm going to spend $1,000 on a gun, and $1,000 on ammunition. Guys, you're not going to shoot the car accident, or the kitchen knife, or the dog, or the window, or the fall off the ladder, or the burn that happens in your fireplace, or like all these things that you can't shoot your way out. Like, a gun is a solution that creates more problems.
And shooting usually goes both ways.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like the movies. You're not going to John Wick your way out of things, you know what I mean?
Doubt it. I doubt you will. If you carry a pew and no medical, you are wrong. I agree. 100%.
My Alaskan lifestyle said I personally...
You know what? You're right, Matt Bear. Tourniquet, right leg, right now. Tourniquet, right leg, right now.
My Alaskan lifestyle said I carry a pocket, 2 TQs, and shears in my cargo pockets at work. And he said he's personally been bit by 2 dogs just as a property manager.
Yeah, that's crazy. Wow, I can't believe you didn't get into a gunfight. Ooh, that's a good one. I'm taking my anger out of myself.
Matt Bear, I'm feeling a tourniquet. It's like I can smell it. It's in the air.
It's in the air. Yeah, you're right. Freaking Yoshi over there put his TQ on. Let me know when you got it done. Let me know. Type done in the comment section. One of my sons is a paramedic. He had never seen a cat TQ, and said they never stage what they do have. A ton of times.
Yeah. Mike! Come here. Okay.
Grim said, I had a Chinese POS TQ. You can tell that it's a POS than a Cat 7 TQ or soft T. Buy a good kit. Don't skip out on med gear.
Go over there.
Norma just lost a pinky breaking up a dog fight. There you go.
Okay, Mike. As a former paramedic and all the things, all the letters that you used to have or still have, how many guys do you think you trained that had literally never been taught how to use a tourniquet or were carrying fake gear? How many were on the buses?
99.9%. Our TQs were in our jump bags. They were not on our persons. Well, except me.
Except for you. Well, because you're Mike. That's terrible. Did they have them staged?
Nope, they were still in the plastic in the jump bag. The approach bag, whatever you want to call it. On the boo-boo bus.
Thank God we called you, though. Like we called 911, and they're like, oh, man, I think it's in the truck.
They take 15 minutes to get there. Then they have to find it. Then they have to pull it out of the packaging. And
Susan said, got my order in for the mag bag. Heck yeah. TQ just arrived. I'll set it up tonight and start joining in the future. Heck yeah, man.
I see you in there, Susan. I've already got your name in the wheel.
A lot of duns there. Tango Down said, hi, Mike. All right. If it doesn't hurt like a donkey, keep turning. I don't know why your donkey's hurt, but...
Make sure you pull tight on that initial pull, too. Otherwise, you're going to have to turn it too many times.
EMT grad, never learned TQs until refuge responder.
That is crazy.
Guys, the state bare minimum for training is the bare minimum for training.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean you have to stop training.
Not
A lot of first responders don't learn tourniquets. People are scared of the liability of teaching it. Can literally save a life. That's
That bear
fine.
said, you can indeed raise 2 of your homies around the refuge parking lot with a TQ on the leg. It just sucks.
Yeah, but you can do it. Matt, but dude, didn't your leg fall off after that?
Did you have permanent nerve damage?
Didn't you lose your leg? Your leg fell off after you put that tourniquet on, because that's what happens. So it happens, you know, we're out here,
How
right?
do your legs and arms just keep growing back?
Yeah. I've had
Wow.
people tell me
How
that.
does it?
You can't do that. Your arms are going to fall off. I'm like, well,
Whoops.
what? It just starts popping off. I'm like, that's weird, because I've done this 1,000 times.
Oh, Striker Kate said, I didn't hear index, Bob. Reapply.
Index.
EMTB.
Index.
And C-spine.
Bob, when are you having the next Bible study live stream? I don't know. Maybe tonight. Maybe we'll do it tonight.
What's our cutoff time going to be for orders? We still have some coming in, so.
We still got another story here.
Good Lord, my chair's making a very annoying noise.
So I still got 2 stories to talk about. So we'll do 2:30 tentatively, depending on how long I take in these stories. So you guys got some more time. Right? Bob, what are we gonna win if we get entered? Great question, class. Really good question. You can win the mag bag right here. Boom. Handmade, made in America, freaking amazing components, that beautiful Liberty fabric. You could use it for your EDC capability, a carrying kit. You can win an Oleus bandage. Oleus modular bandage comes with an ETD, wound packing gauze, an occlusive dressing, and an eye shield. You can win an American-made fire starter. Best dang fire starter in the game. Literally used it in the pouring rain. It's awesome. You win a Cat Gen 7 TQ. Oh, is this a Chinese knockoff? No, it's not. Because Chinese knockoffs are lame. And I was going to say another word, but I decided not to because I don't want to get kicked off the internet. You could win the EMRA antibiotic guide, which is a freaking awesome reference for pharmacology in terms of antibiotics, the usage, you get dosage charts, all that good stuff. It is a really good piece of kit. You can like learn something or stuff. Or you can win a Refuge Responder course. At the end of the Refuge Ruckus, you guys can come on down after the Ruckus and learn how to not die, the fine art. I called index on the TQ. Does a basic BBK fit in a cargo pant pocket? It does not, but a slick kit does. So what I would do is I'd run a slick kit with a TQ. So grab a slick kit, grab a tourniquet, that'll fit in your cargo pocket. The slick kit stands for sexy legs and khakis. That's the whole point, is it was designed for that, to keep the legs sexy while carrying medical gear. Because we know people want to look good. It's all right. It's all good. Ain't no problem with it. Just don't get in love with your vanity. Nothing like happy Chinese TQs running around. Screw the Chinese TQs running around. Also, if your TQs are running around, you should probably throw them away because they seem to be haunted. My TQs don't move. They're inanimate objects. All right, so next news story of the day. Is Zuck based now? Question mark. So Mark Zuckerberg went on Joe Rogan. He talked about all these cool things. He said he was totally sorry for how he handled things in 2020 and, censoring so many people and kicking people off of his platforms. Meta went ahead and bought TikTok. All these things. He definitely doesn't have necklaces of false gods hanging around his neck. He started working out, doing jiu-jitsu, So he was seen leering at a woman's body at the inauguration. So is Zuckerberg a good guy now? No, it doesn't seem that way. He's still continuing to censor. He's still continuing to monitor people and track people through Meta's data farming. Guys, I want to be wise right now. Be wise as serpents. Why are all these people changing their tune now that Donald Trump is coming back into office? I wouldn't just hop on there.
Someone called it Zuckerberg on the internet, not someone on the chat. Zuckerberg 3.0.
Yeah, right. So, he might have got a new software update. That's definitely possible. It seems that way. His eyes look different now. But this is a guy who's been called before Congress because of censorship multiple times. Okay, he's one of the most wealthy and powerful people in the world. He has more people using his programs than I think anything else. Maybe Google has more now, or Amazon, but he's definitely top 5. And this is an individual that has more information control power than anyone else. And so with that, I would keep a close eye as they're trying to shift the perspective of Mark Zuckerberg. Why do they want you to think that he's one of you now? One of us. That's an interesting thing, right? So let's not just...
I don't know how I made it snow on Instagram, but it's sparkling, and I don't know how to make it go away.
Facebook isn't a highly profitable fence company for the CIA. Yeah, don't say that. Apparently he's an archery hunter that doesn't know what kind of bow he has. Yeah, right. And this is just like trying to resonate with a new audience. Why is he going on Joe Rogan now? What? Ask the question, guys. Remember, we talk about this on the stream. Propaganda is legal. Barack Obama legalized propaganda. So this is why. Ask the why. It's important. It's important information. What is trying to shift your perspective and understanding to? What does your independent thinking your critical thinking say about this type of stuff. We got to be aware of that. We can't just allow ourselves to be sucked in, okay? Zuck is not your friend. Also, don't look down the shirt of another man's wife if you want to be a good guy. Yeah. I actually went off on somebody for that. He's like, yeah, he's a normal dude now. Look, he's just looking at that guy. I'm like, that's not good. That in no way helps an argument for me. That almost makes it worse. Like because you're leering at women. No, it's a bad deal. What do you guys run at church wearing dress pants? Don't have many pockets. Wondering what you guys do. That would be an ankle kit every day. Ankle kit. And if my dress pants are too tight, like I have a suit and it's got pretty tight dress pants, I'll put a tourniquet and a set of wound packing gauze in my pocket. Really easy. Yeah, so just be aware right now, guys. Don't get sucked into the Trump or Mark Zuckerberg is your friend. I mean, maybe he is. Maybe you guys are tight, but he's never invited me onto his house yachts. So,
House yachts?
I'm sure.
Yachts with houses?
All right, so our next and last story of the day. Definitely an interesting one. Remember, guys, any $100 spent gets you entered in to win one of the 7 items, the class, or all these different components, or the mag bag. Every $100 is an entry. So spend $100, 1 entry. Spend $1,000, 10 entries. So up and up and up, right?
Add a vest to your wardrobe, which adds pockets. It's what the cowboys do while riding and can't access pockets as easily.
That's a pretty good line.
I know.
That's a pretty good line right there.
And vests are cool.
If it's a good sell, will you consider making the mag bag in other colors? I believe they're already considering that.
Yep.
All right. America begins mass deportation of illegal immigrants in 10 cities. Whew. Here we go. President Donald Trump on Monday kicked off his sweeping immigration crackdowns, tasking the U.S. military with aiding border security, issuing a broad ban on asylum, and taking steps to restrict citizenship for children born on U.S. soil. Declaring illegal immigration a national emergency, Trump ordered the Pentagon to provide the support for border wall construction, detention space, and migrant transportation, and empowered the Secretary of Defense to deploy troops to the border as needed. Trump called for his administration to reinstate his Remain in Mexico program, which forced non-Mexican migrants to wait in Mexico for the resolution of U.S. cases. Shortly after the inauguration, U.S. border authorities announced they had shut down outgoing President Joe Biden's CBP-1 entry program, which is an application, so the app literally was deleted, which had allowed hundreds of thousands of migrants, millions, to enter into the U.S. legally by scheduling an appointment on the app. Existing appointments were canceled, leaving migrants stunned and unsure of what to do. Trump, a Republican, recaptured the White House after promising to intensify border security and deport record numbers of migrants. He criticized Biden for high levels of illegal immigration during the Democrats' presidency. However, as Biden toughened his policies last year and Mexico stepped up enforcement, the number of migrants caught crossing illegally fell dramatically. They moved the cameras. Republicans argue that large-scale deportations are necessary after millions of immigrants crossed illegally during Biden's presidency. There were roughly 11 million immigrants in the U.S. illegally or with temporary status at the start of 2022, according to a U.S. government estimate, a figure some analysts now place at 13 to 14 million. As Commander-in-Chief, I have no higher responsibility than to defend our country from threats and invasions, and that is exactly what I am going to do, Trump declared in his inaugural address. Trump critics and immigrant advocates warned that mass deportations could disrupt businesses, split families, and cost U.S. taxpayers billions of dollars. The ACLU, the American Civil Liberties Union, said in a federal court filing on Monday that Trump's decision to end the CBP-1 program removed the only avenue to asylum at the U.S.-Mexico border and opening a salvo by the civil rights group to fight Trump's agenda in court. Americans have grown less welcoming towards immigrants without legal status since Trump's first presidency, but remain wary of harsh measures such as using detention camps and other methods. In several Mexican border cities, migrants saw their appointments on Biden's CBP One app canceled just after Trump took office. As of 7 January, some 280,000 people had been logging onto the app daily to secure an appointment. Think about that for a second. Pause. How many a day were logging onto the app? 280,000 people. So, let's say, and this is going to be a bad estimate, but let's say that each one of those appointments cost the American taxpayer $5. Let's say in a year. Let's say $1. Let's say it costs the American taxpayer $1, okay, per 280,000 people for a year. So let's go 280,000, and we'll go ahead and say times 1 year. We'll do 365. Okay. So that's $10 million right there on just that one application, okay? That's not housing, that's not food money, that's not anything, okay? Do you understand the absolute existential crisis for the American Republic that is the immigration and illegal immigration crisis right now? Like, the amount of money that this is sucking out of the American taxpayer without factoring in Ukraine, without factoring in Israel, without factoring in support for, other countries, whether that be Africa, whether that be South America, any of that, okay? Just this one problem is murdering the American taxpayer. And this is why our inflationary rate is so high, why our money isn't going as far, what we're struggling. And so I do really agree with this simple fact of shutting it down. We have to shut it down. The cartels are a very dangerous organization. More human trafficking is happening at the southern border right now than people could possibly fathom. This is like the human trafficking crisis. Okay? And I actually think before it gets better, it's going to get much worse. It's going to get much, much worse. And that's just a shame. ICE already arrested, I think it was like 380 or 390 people today to start deportations, which is a small drop in the bucket, but they're already starting to do it. I think the real number of illegals during President Ice Cream Brain's term is 20 to 30 million. It's definitely possible. It's definitely possible. Maybe other mods timed me out too along with you because it was about half an hour ago. Stray Kitten, you haven't been timed out.
Yes, yesterday's live stream they got timed out.
Oh, they did?
Sometimes if you're unsure if someone should be timed out, you can hide the comment and let one of us check and see if it's actually meant that way.
A challenge for all here. Start a small garden if you don't have one. Live in an apartment. Look into microgreens. Yeah, that's a good challenge.
Word.
So with that, guys, the deportation will probably increase. The efforts will most likely increase. Sheriff's departments are already being reached out to. State police is already being reached out to try to work to create deportation teams because there's so many illegal immigrants burdening local economies as well as they're living here rent-free, draining resources from the United States as a country. And so it's very, very burdensome, not to mention all the criminal activity that is also taking place, which is huge, huge. As that happens, remember the cartel has already been deemed a terrorist organization. Probably some conflict that's going to develop there. We should just expect that. That conflict's most likely going to happen. So it's a good time to continue to train. Don't, like Lauren said, don't get complacent. The golden era, right? Don't get complacent. Don't allow yourselves to start slipping and fall into, kind of this random of like, oh, everything's fine. I'm going to be just okay. Like, oh, Donald Trump's president now. He's going to handle it. No. We're not going to do that. We're going to focus in. We're going to continue to train. We're going to continue to prepare. We're going to continue to be an advocate for preparedness and self-reliance and self-resiliency here in our home, in our community. And we're going to work alongside the people that care about this. And that's really what matters, guys. That's really our main focus. And with that, if we have everybody doing that, we're going to be just fine. We're seriously going to be just fine. But it takes work, right? And that comes from a position of strength, right? The Oso Independiente, he talks about it all the time, you know, working from positions of strength. You gotta work from positions of strength. You can't work from positions of weakness. And that's really what this comes down to, guys. So with that, I'm gonna give my final warning right now. You guys got 3 minutes, right? So every $100 spent gets you entered in to win. Okay, what can you win? Great question, Bob. You can win the EMRA antibiotic guide. This is an awesome little piece of kit. Seriously. You know, it goes through all the different antibiotics that are, you know, pretty common use and what you may be treating people for. It goes through some dosages and some charts there. You got a Cat Gen 7 tourniquet, 2 Oleus bandages. Pretty dang awesome piece of kit right here. The Oleus bandage, you get a ETD, wound packing gauze, an occlusive dressing, and an eye shield, all right there. Bada bing, bada boom. You got the fire starter. This is the InstaFire fire starter. It's made in the U.S. I really, really like this stuff. I can't say enough good things about it. It just works. It just works. And they say that it's eco-friendly. What that means, I don't know. But they say it. They say it's eco-friendly. Then you've got the mag bag. And this thing is hot, man. This is a pretty nice little piece of kit. If I was trying to, you know, have something a little bit more fun, a little bit more flavorful, less like tactical, something to take the kids to the amusement park with or out upon the town, maybe go to the beach, all that stuff. This is a nice little kit.
Let me just say right now, that is a great gift for your wife or your mom or whoever, because we like crossbody bags because we need our hands.
This is a great gift for the dudes too, man.
Well, I know, I'm just saying that like purses will fall off our shoulders.
Yeah.
And when we have our hands full or we want to be able to access something quickly, Britt and I both really like the crossbody bag because it helps us zip with one hand, grab the pew.
Yeah, and it's unassuming, guys.
Yeah, no one's gonna think like
it's an unassuming fabric. It's an unassuming pattern. It doesn't look like there's a bunch of medical gear or tactical stuff in there. It does have a sleeve in the back that you can tuck the strap into here. So you can do one of these. Let me get it looking presentable, right? Boom, like so. And now you can hang it, right? So you can display it on a bicycle, you can mount it somewhere, you can kind of do a bunch of different stuff, whatever your creativity desires. And now you have the, you know, the Move Adapt Go bag right here. It's a dang good kit, seriously, guys. I really like it. Yeah, then you have
that is perfect for your 4th of July outfit. Just saying.
Or the beach, or like I mean, guys, this is really like. If you guys bike a lot too, if you ride a bicycle a lot.
Yeah, we've had a lot of requests for a
bicycle
kit,
bag.
Yeah.
This is a really good bag for that. This is a really good bag for that. And then finally, you have a Refuge Responder slot. So come out after the ruckus, train with us on the fine art of how to not die. It's a 10-hour course, $550 value. So we got a lot of different stuff here. We'll give you 1 more minute to get entered. And I'm going to sip my coffee for a second and read the comments.
Yeah, let's see. We've got 44 entries right now.
Do you remember back in the day when the Bear Show would go and he'd like sip his coffee really loud? He'd be like, I remember that.
Oh, yeah?
Him and Pastor Joe would do the same thing. They'd be like,
make sure you make it audible. Remember when we did Hot Ones?
and it always bugs somebody, so he'd do it louder. It was hilarious.
Remember Hot Ones? When you guys were eating the wings and you could just like hear all the milk? It was
Yeah.
the worst. It was terrible.
Oh,
It makes
gosh.
me want wings though.
I freaking love this thing,
Now I
dude.
want
It looks
wings.
so good. This thing is hot. The multicam, the Alpine is hot. It looks good.
It is really awesome. And also, it really blends, like, when I put it on the snow, and I'm looking, like, the only thing you can see is, I mean, obviously you see the gray, but like, it just looks really nice.
Yeah,
on the
it blends.
snow, like,
It's almost like the DoD spent millions of dollars to develop a multicam Alpine fabric.
how can we make them blend into the snow?
Yeah, this is a nice one.
Nice, Richard, you got your order in.
AOE, wondering if my order is in the running for drawing.
Let me check.
45844. Looks cold. Yeah, this is cold. It's not hot. I don't know, bro. This is so cold it is hot. You know what I mean?
What was that number?
45844.
45.
It's called the Ice Vac, Bob. I have heard it referred to as the Ice Vac.
It was at 12:02 that he ordered that. Should we give it to him?
We'll give it to him.
All right.
Just FYI,
Steven
yesterday's Coffee Time with
Shepherd.
Bear was awesome. Go listen. I completely agree, Stephanie. It was a good one. It was a solid stream. I'm ordering, please. Hold on.
Okay.
All right.
I'll wait for you.
We'll give you a second. So cold it burns. Is there a good time for questions, guys, while we get these last couple names entered into the spinning wheel? If you guys have any questions about the new kits or anything that we talked about today, it's a great time to ask it. I love a little Q&A. It's always nice to hang out with y'all. It's always a blessing, right? Kick it old school, as the kids say. The kids don't say that.
I mean, I don't know. I guess, yeah.
What's the price on outer of OpFac and BearFac? It should be the standard OpFac outer and BearFac. I mean, it's going to be the multicam price, I believe.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's not going to be like any crazy higher amount.
How many people entered? We have 46 entries, but there's not 46 people, but we had some people get like double, triple. We had somebody get 5 entries, I think.
Heck yeah.
Or 7, actually, because they did 2 orders.
Bob sounded like the Hindu Trump. My bad.
What does that sound like? Don't do it.
I'm-
Don't. Don't do it on purpose.
Yeah, that's
okay?
I can do it on accident, but not on purpose.
Not on purpose.
Do you all still send out a patch if we use our equipment to help someone? We do. So if you do a life saved, we have a life saved patch. If you do an aid rendered, then we have an aid rendered patch. So each are a little bit different.
Andrew, yes, you are in there. Who was it that was, who said that? They said wait?
That was SOE Inspector 8.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
Smoking Goats in. What a great name.
Smoking goat.
Sounds like a way to like describe somebody who's on weed. It's like, what are they doing? They're smoking the goat. All right. Bob, how was your day? Oh, dude, Chuck, I love you, bro. My day's good. Busy, but good. Just staying after it, bro. Doing the things. Oh my gosh, I love you, bro.
Hey, back off.
No. Daniel's in.
Would you love me more?
Yes.
What?
Winning.
Bros before.
What?
Whoa.
You can't say
Got
that.
him. Bros before woes.
What?
Woes, like WOES. Gotta put my
I
bros
was
before
thinking
my
about-
troubles.
I thought you were gonna say like woman, like woman. You
No,
know?
no.
No.
Whoa, man.
No, that was dumb.
That's happy spouse, happy house. You don't want to get in the way of that.
Yeah.
All right, SOE. I'm gonna spin the wheel soon.
What's Oklahoma like for kids with disabilities? I probably wouldn't be the best guy to ask that, to be honest.
Why? No.
In terms of support and community, I'm sure that would depend on where you live.
No, I feel bad.
I'm sure.
I was not laughing at that comment. I was just laughing because Bob
You're-
has disabilities.
Don't make fun of me, bro. I'm not disabled. I am
know you're
enabled.
not. I'm just kidding.
I am enabled in the Most High Messiah.
We have some really good homeschool groups out here. I've heard though.
Yeah.
I think the
So-
biggest factor for that is you really need more context to answer that.
Yeah, that's just a really wide range. I would really look into. I just don't know anything about that.
Yeah.
I would tell you right now that our communities around here are freaking awesome, but I'm super biased.
I
So,
think Dustin, I don't know like what if there are groups out here, but I do know we're really blessed to have some amazing like we have a doctor out here that several of us use who's very like more on the holistic side. She doesn't push things on you. We have homeschool groups out here. There's a lot of like family oriented stuff. So I can't speak to whether or not I can't speak to whether or not there's a community for that or not. But I hope you didn't take offense to me laughing at Bob. We're just
he said you
fun.
didn't.
Okay.
He's all good. All right, are we ready?
Okay, did he get, hold on, let me see. Did he get it in? He got it. Okay. Let me add in here. Last name. And he got 4 entries. Oh, yeah. All right, guys. I'm producing the wheel of names. We're about to put it on the screen. We're going to call this the Mag Bag. Mag Bag giveaway. How many names are we drawing today?
7.
7? Have
So
we ever done that
So
many?
you have Oleus,
That's
Cat
crazy.
Tourniquet, the Mag Bag, the book, the Fire Starter, and the training.
All right, here we go. Browser is going up. Okay.
I was like watching you do that, and it looked like I had really bad side eye on camera. I just realized that. Oh, I'm happy. Like, dang, I got my RBF, my rested Bob face on. Dang.
I have a very bad RBF. Like, it's bad.
Yeah, so do I.
I'm like, I'm approachable. I look really nice. Then I see a video of myself. I'm like, oh my god.
All
I
right,
look
let's get it
mean.
going.
Hold on, I've got to fix it because you can't see all the names. Here we go.
Here we go.
Well, it's cut off on the bottom, but we're gonna go for it, guys. Are we ready?
We're ready.
All right. What is this first one for?
The first one is for the Mag Bag. We're going right
All right,
out.
we're going right away. Here we go.
Actually, no. First
No.
one's for the EMR. Hey,
EMR.
I changed my mind.
Okay,
Ah!
okay. The winner of the antibiotic book is Stephanie Moore.
Stephanie Moore, you have won the EMRA Antibiotic Guide. You listening, Hunter? Stephanie Moore has won the EMRA Antibiotic Guide.
Write it down, Hunter.
Stephanie Moore.
Hunter.
Hunter.
All right, we're removing Stephanie. Stephanie Moore won the antibiotic guide. All right, here we go. What is this next one for, Bob? What's the next one for?
Cat Tourniquet.
Here we go. Cat tourniquet. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. The winner is. Hey, I know her.
Who is it?
It's Rhonda Miller.
Rhonda Miller. Rhonda Miller needs a cat tourniquet.
Did you hear that, Hunter? Okay. We removed Rhonda. Here we go. What's this next one for?
The next one's going to be one of the Oleus bandages.
Elias. Here we go. Spinning the wheel. Here we go. Kathy Pierce.
Kathy Pierce.
Winner of the Elias bandage.
Heck yeah. Kathy Pierce got an Oleus bandage.
Spinning. All right, here we go.
Next is going to be for
Hurry.
the Refuge Responder.
Okay. The Refuge Responder was won by Ronald Cloud.
Ronald Cloud.
won the Refuge Responder.
Wow.
That's
I
pretty
know.
awesome,
That's a
bro.
big win.
I know.
That's a big win.
Big
I wanted to
win.
like throw it in there really quick.
All right. Okay. Here we go.
It's the Fire Starter.
Fire starter. That is going to be Richard Ramstad.
Richard
He
Ramstad.
was like the second to last person who got his order in, so way to go, Richard.
This is the one that we used on that overnight that like literally was in a downpour.
It works so good.
All right, here we go. What's the next thing, Bob? Before I push spin this
Oleus
back.
bandage.
Another Oleus bandage. Here we go.
Here we go. Second Oleus.
We've got Nick Schember.
Nick Schimber me timbers.
Oh
Nick Schimber.
All right, and we are spinning for what now? What?
It's the Mag Bag. It's the last one.
The Mag Bag. Here we go. It is Joe Brisbane.
Joe Brisbane.
You will be rocking the Mag Bag.
You got a new Mag Bag.
You got to send us a photo of you rocking it. Okay?
Yeah, dude. Send us some photos, dog.
Great job, you guys. That was awesome.
That was an awesome giveaway, seriously. I'm glad everybody got to participate. Shout out to all the winners, guys. Hopefully everybody has won something on the stream before. We're trying to get everybody to win, but you know, it is what it is. Stephanie Moore, you won the MRA antibiotic guide right here. That's what you won. You won something. You did it. You really did it. So this is like a $40 book too. This is a really cool little piece of kit. It's small, but it's mighty. It's got a ton of great information on there. So congrats to everybody. Woohoo from Vegas. Heck yeah, Fo Daddy in the chat. And cool. I hope everybody has a tremendous day. Thanks so much for hanging out for the Refuge Report. This has been the stream. Remember, guys, carry an effing tourniquet.